Okay, so I noticed there was a lot of mistakes in the last video I did, so I'm gonna go. It was late at night when I was recording it, so I'm gonna go back and do a clean version and go into a little more depth on a few more things. So let's get started. I'm gonna go to my Seaside project, and I am an Adobe Premiere Pro guy. I don't use the other video editors. I just find that for my workflow, all of the Adobe products work very well together. And because they do, um, such a nice job in workflow going from on location or scriptwriter into Premiere Pro into After Effects and Photoshop and all of that. And all of them seem to have a very nice transfer back and forth. So I use all of the Adobe products. So this will be strictly an Adobe tutorial. Okay? All right, let's get started. So the first thing I want to note is up here in the corner, you will see a bunch of folders or what we call bins. Okay? These bins are awesome because it will help you keep your assets organized. And I'm a big bin guy. I can't say it enough. Use the bins, use the folders to help keep all of your assets together and organized, and it will be an immense help to you later on as you start adding more and more assets. Okay, so in order to create a bin or a folder, you're going to come down here where the folder says, there's a folder, it says new bin. Click on that, all right, and you'll see a new bin. Now what I'm going to do is for this, I'm going to create a bin that's music assets. Music assets. Okay, and then you just click off there. You'll see here's my music assets here. Now another thing I'm going to do is down here where I said video assets, these are all the video assets I imported into Adobe Premiere Pro. If you look here, there they are right there. Now I'm going to do a whole nother recording of our project, and so I'm actually in the video assets folder. I'm going to create two folders. So I want to highlight this. I want to create a new bin, okay, and I'm going to call this the first recording, okay, and click off there. I'm going to grab all these assets and I'm going to put them inside the new bin called the first recording. Now the reason I'm doing this is so that when I do my second recording, I can keep them separate. Okay, so first recording, and then up here we'll call this, no actually first recording, and then I'm going to create another bin. So I click on the video assets again, and I'm going to call this the second recording. All right, there we go. So this will be the bin that I use when I do my second recording this evening, and so this will be the first recording. I keep them separate because I'm not going to use any of this video assets down here. You'll see this is my tutorial. We'll click play and we'll watch that just here for a second. See. Once you've eliminated all the possibilities. Okay, so that's the one that I submitted to Michelle earlier. When we got the notes, we were told we're going to want to re-record this, which absolutely I will, because down here you'll see all of these. Down here you'll see all of these cuts in my piece. These are all individual clips that I put together to create this video exercise, and and it's just not as clean as I would prefer. I would definitely work on memorizing your scripts. Okay, that will keep you from having to cut up multiple cuts or takes of your video project. Okay, so here we have the second recording. We'll go back up here. Okay, so the video assets are all done. This is the layout. So when you push on this, it is actually this layout here. Now, because I'm going to be doing a second layout of my project, I'm going to go up here to where it says File, and where it says New, I'm going to go New Sequence, okay, and you'll see Sequence 2, and we'll call this the final green screen editing. Actually, no. I want to call this the final seaside recording. Okay, so that's that. And you'll see up here it says AVCHD. That's the video type that I'm using on my camera, and then in 24 frames per second at 1080. Okay, so I click OK. You'll see that pops up right there. The final seaside recording. Okay, and when I click on it, you'll see that my video project goes away that I edited before, and I have a brand new layout to lay out my project. Okay, but we're going to go for this. We're going to go back here, double click on that. All right, so that's that. Then okay, so that covers bins, covers that. Okay, so now we're going to go, and I want to demonstrate keying out the green screen. So I'm going to go down here to my file. I'm going to click on this first video clip, and I'm going to widen this out a little bit here. There we go. Okay, now each time that I key out the green, I have to do so in each individual clip. That's each individual clip down here is this here. Okay, what you're looking at is this is the monitor for each individual clip. This is the monitor for my entire render, so, or my entire project. So if I were to press play over here, you'll see the line here moves. You'll see the line here moves. Okay, however, this is for my editing purposes for this individual clip. Okay, all right. So also I know that I'm going to have to open up my effects control. Okay, you'll see these are all of the effects controls that are directly associated with this clip. Okay, so I know I need to add a keying effect so that I can key out the green in this clip. So I'm going to come down here to my effects panel, and I'm going to go to Video Effects, and I'm going to click on there, open that up, scroll down, and I'm going to go to this bin here where it says keying right there. Okay, I'm going to open up that bin, and I'm going to take the ultra keying effect. I'm going to click it and drag it over to my effects controls. Okay, when I let go, you'll see there it is. Okay, this is ultra key, and I have all of these different control mechanisms here. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is you go over to the eyedropper, click on the eyedropper. Let's come over to the green, click on the green, and you'll notice that the background disappears. Okay, also this seems to be a pretty clean key. You'll see the light that's around the edges. There's very little or no haze going on. We'll watch this here for a second.
More improbable must be the truth. Hello, my name is Joshua Michael.
Okay, yep, and then it goes back to that. All right, so we'll drag this back on the timeline a little bit. All right, so that's keying out the green. One of the other issues that some of you are going to probably have because of your lighting is what's called bounce or artifacting going on. I'm going to demonstrate that for you a little bit. I probably don't have very much artifacting going on, but I'll do the best I can. If you come over here to the composite and click it, and then we'll go down to the alpha channel. Alright, so on the sides here you'll see this white haze here. Now this probably won't actually show up in my video when I drop the background in. However, it might. But when I go back to the composite, that goes away. Partially because the ultra keying effect is so powerful, it makes minor adjustments like that. Okay, so let's go back here to the alpha channel. All right, some of you, however, may have some serious issues in your lighting against the background, either because you weren't able to pull your green screen tight or whatever, and you may wind up with issues here. So if you have this white or shapes or other things going on in the background here, you can go over to the matting control, which is right here, and we will go to tolerance. There we go. Okay, so if you have some major issues, go down to the pedestal and you can move that as far as you need to, and you'll notice that the white goes away. Okay, now if I go back up here to the composite, you'll notice that it still looks pretty much the same. That's because what it did was take the shadow and any of that artifacting and tried to eliminate it from my picture. Okay, so that really is as simple as that is. So just use your matting controls to get rid of the in the alpha channel to get rid of all of this stuff over here. Now there's still a little bit, but you know what? That's not going to show up. I can tell you right now, that's not going to show up when I post my background to the back behind me from the green screen. Okay, so that's that. And we'll go back to the composite here. Okay, then we'll go back to the monitor. Okay, I'm going to pick the next clip. Now you have to pick each individual clip when you're keying. So I have to come down here, click on this clip, go up to the effects control. Then I'm going to grab the ultra keying effect, drop it in line, slide my bar over. There we go. Okay. Now this is a great example because I have a prop that I'm using in here. So we're going to see how well this does with another object in my hand against the green screen. And because it also has a reflective surface on it, it possibly could have bounced some of that green, in which case my cell phone would disappear. Okay, so let's go through this again. So let's go to the eyedropper and we'll click on there. All right, and let's watch this here for a second.
We would be walking around with cell phones in our hands with a computer with more computing power than it took to launch astronauts to the moon.
Okay, so you'll notice when I keyed out the green, the cell phone was all intact. Okay, which is awesome because that means I didn't lose. Any assets, any part of the video. Okay, but we will go back down to the alpha channel. Now all of this was shot pretty much with the exact same lighting. In fact, not pretty much, it was all shot with the exact same lighting. So all of this is the same. Now if I wanted to go through each one, again I could go to the matte control, go down here to the potential, and we'll slide that up so that's out of the way. Okay, again you'll see here a little bit on this side. I'm not going to worry about that, that's not going to show up. And then I go back to my composite and bam, there you go. And so let's go back and just see what this looks like now that we've done the cleanup.
Innovative ways of improving our community. Who would have thought 30 years ago we would be walking around with cell phones in our hands with a computer with more computing power than it took to launch astronauts to the moon.
Okay, so that's a really nice clean key and did a really good job. Then I simply, to finish this out, have to go clip by clip and key out the green screen. Okay. Also, you'll notice down here in the audio section, I will do another tutorial on audio because I don't have time to cover all of this right now. But and also reference Dan in as you can because he's the audio expert guy. But once I was done with this, I did a render of my audio to make one complete file. I lined it up in the timeline, and then I clicked this M here that took that audio out of the picture, or eliminated that one. So here,
now technology is changing.
What you're hearing is the dual sound from the audio from the clip and my audio render. So I clicked on the M for mute, okay, and then when I play it, I only have one audio file playing, okay. but I wanted to make a master key audio file so that I could go back into Audition, which is the sound editing software, and clean up my audio. Okay, so that covers that. That really, guys, is as simple as it is. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be uh, probably doing some more of these if I find out that you guys are struggling with editing and different aspects. I will try now to do a tutorial just covering the basics of the editing side of the house. So, thanks. Talk to you guys later.